I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
That's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin'? Richard poppin' in, yeah. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with it, rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
2 teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Fielded in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Get ready for upset. Yeah, right. Jags on top 3025. Bet.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. On second down, here's Kaepernick.
At the 28.
And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most.
Tackled at the 40-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
Joe Schobert on the tackle. It's a gain of 8.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
1st and 10.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they?
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
17 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle.
No gain on
the running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
That's good.
The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. The Titans were #1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Jaguars.
They'll give Henry another shot. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
47's the mic. 40. Run that. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Got a man, it's Humphreys. Touchdown, Tennessee. Adam Humphreys. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now for Thompson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
Titans.
We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They give it here to Thompson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
Now Minshew. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jack Crawford in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep, Adoree Jackson. Here's Jackson to return. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
44, Mike, 44. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, 91.
Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis there to make the grab. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead.
Score Titans 19, Jaguars nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Keelan Cole now to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Dancing to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Minshew's pass. Intercepted. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
You ain't going nowhere. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give to Henry. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Mike Vrabel saw him on the sideline. He didn't even hesitate. They will go for it on 4th.
47's the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47.
They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back in the back 7, phenomenal.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Out of the gun is Minshew. Flush to his right. He's got Thompson here, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Minshew. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. It'll be Minshew again. To Thompson on the screen. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
To Chris Thompson.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
He's got it complete to Thompson. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
This is Josh Lambo. He hit from 57 a year ago. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. They find some open field here. Past the 20.
They're not even trying to do anything.
The Titans are in for 6. Touchdown. And that is obviously the danger, Charles, of a long field goal attempt.
And what teams are doing now is not just putting their field goal block unit on. They may change it out and go punt return because you have better guys on the field who are able to stay on their feet and block in case that kick is missed. And that's what we saw there. The big return after the long missed field goal.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good.
32. Jaguars, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down?
Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
The 28-yard line.
Now this time, Kaepernick will throw. Completes it to Davis.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room.
End zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Woo, yeah!
And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
The extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the rep.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Kaepernick now on first down. He gets it to Humphries. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
The 32-yard line.
Henry running right. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Over 1st and 10. at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thompson. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Minshew sets to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He got 29 yards that time. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. Uncorks one for Davis. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This will be caught by Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. A first down carry for Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Derrick Henry, the ball.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
That's good.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 47. Bring it.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Eluding the pressure right. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This duo locked in. 14 yards there. And a first down. Nothing in that first half. Nothing on the last drive. But they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 7 yards the pick up there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They'll run on first down. Henry, and he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. It's caught. Humphreys. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Kaepernick now on first down. Being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Miles Jack working free that time to take him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
They'll take over.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On first down, Thompson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. 2nd and 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And this will get him all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 50 yards. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Back now in Nashville, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
4th and goal.
Kaepernick, they're going for it on 4th. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
33-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew, throw left side complete. It's Thompson. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Complete.
Chris Thompson. 67 yards. And the Jaguars able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
52. Jaguars 7. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
At the 26.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
47 is the mic. Monday. Go.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, 26 yards. And this Titans offense continues to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
59. Jaguars 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did.
Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely.
Hey, 91.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Kaepernick. Got a man. It's Brown. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23.
The 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
The tackle made by Miles Jack. It's a gain of 6.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. He dumps it off for Henry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They'll run. It's Henry.
You go like this.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Joseph on for the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
At the 40-yard line.
Mike 5-4. I got you.
Now Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Over the middle here to Brown. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A nice run there on first down as Henry uses his size to plow forward. Call it a pickup of 7.
Down at the 30-yard line. A 7-yard.
Again, it's Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Cole now on the return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get your reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The throw right sideline here is complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Kaepernick looking to throw. That's going to be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. 70, Indy. Let's go, D. On the ball.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew. He's got Thompson here, complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Jaguars.
Minshew, 1st and 10. He's got it complete to Thompson. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. It'll be Minshew again. Flush to his right. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And some room to roam now. The 20. Landry brushes him off. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Joseph now to have the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
86. Jaguars 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today.
It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
61-yard attempt. Today's final score, Titans 86.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Titans, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
She right got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay, look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but in front of the bait. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage with the mainframe. Loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh, men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say, what you gon' do with it? Stop playing with it, baby. Nah. If you gon' do it, you don't play with it, baby. Exactly. Yeah. Cause you ain't built like that. Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the New Orleans Saints. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Taken in the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the...
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Able to find Waller. That's complete. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Raider defense delivers a score.
Las Vegas.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
they really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now Breeze to try again after the pick six. And the Raiders have got him. Malik Collins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly, meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them?
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Gosh, he winds up getting 8 there.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Mariota. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson.
Field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there. And that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw, it's Breeze. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Alvin Kamara.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Max Crosby able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
3rd and less than a yard.
Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Saints nothing.
Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st down, Saints.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Maurice Hurst breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Shotgun now for Breeze. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
A 52-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 42-yard line.
The handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
he was brought down by...
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On third down, Mariota. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
The extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Let me finish.
Okay,
you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
First down.
2 veterans, Breeze to Sanders there for a Saints first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
The Saints first down.
Breeze now on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Josh Allen. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun with Camaro. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially give me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Throwing, Mariota. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Mariota. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Intended for Henry Ruggs. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
49-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Breeze going to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Breeze now to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
17 yards. And the Saints first down.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Flushed out right. And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Jonathan Abram picks it. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
They run to Jacobs on first down, and he'll take this forward for about 5.
The tackle made.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 35-yard line.
Sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Mariota from the gun on third down. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or do you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Escaping the pressure right. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Tanner Muse in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Jones on the return. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Off the play fake, Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Kick is good.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Raiders 27, Saints nothing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal. Put them into
and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Tanner Muse in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now Breeze. And brought in by the tight end, Cook. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Breeze. And Josh Hill has it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now Breeze again. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down.
And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and he'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Second down, Mariota. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
So finally, at this stage of the game, He lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the fourth quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. And trying to get to Woods, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he finds Cook. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
And the Saints.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now thrown incomplete.
Intended for Emmanuel Sanders. Incomplete.
And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
At their own 25-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game.